Welcome everyone to the Manga Chapter First Draft series, where I create stories and drafts for a manga idea. So join me where in each episode I give myself 5 minutes to create the premise of an entire story, then around 20 minutes of overall plot planning. Just so you know, each episode is 2 parts. The first video is the development stage, and the second part, the first chapter draft. And please enjoy a protagonist and antagonist character design in real time down in the corner of the video. So let's get started. So I wanted to change things up a bit from my previous video, and let's go with action, comedy, and this is what I really want to do. Let's make an ecchi story. And what's better than just an ecchi story? A supernatural one. And this is debatable, but when I hear ecchi, I kind of get slice of life. All right, so here in the story, the overall arc of the story, you can always like drag it a little bit, have a couple of chapters where nothing happens, but that's where the comedy comes in, right? So what is the story going to be about? Okay, so we know it's ecchi, supernatural, slice of life, action. Okay. A snake monster comes out tormenting a scientist. So this is our male character. The snake monster is obviously the female. And okay, snake monster comes out tormenting a scientist. He has to stop her, but not fall in love with her. Though it's okay. Logline. So this is the one we're gonna delete. So this I guess you can say this is our baseline. So we're gonna have a snake monster, a scientist. They have to stop each other. Okay. How can we reword this for it's an actual, good logline? Scientist awakens a snake goddess and now must stop her from expanding her domain. That makes sense, right? While also making sure he does not get seduced by her. Oh, well, I think we're done there. Okay, is that a good one? Let's see. All right. Remember, when you write loglines, read them out loud because you're going to see how dumb they sound. So, a scientist awakens a snake goddess and now must stop her from expanding her domain while also making sure he does not get seduced by her. Well, this sounds like the average run-of-the-mill anime or manga, so let's see if we can do something more. Let's make one of them good, right? I don't know if we should just make them all evil. Science awakens 3 snake goddesses. So let's put a... And now must stop them from expanding their domain. While also making sure he just... Oops. By them. Alright, so we're going to have some monster love, which is always cool. So themes, topics. I can't say for theme because I gave myself 5 minutes. So topics, like one-line topics. We're talking about love. I'm sorry. Yeah. So love, lust. I don't know, freedom, because they want to escape. Revenge. So out of these topics, we'll be able to manage a theme later on. Okay, so what do we want? Okay, Obviously, since this is an ecchi and comedy, want it to be funny. So we have to make sure there's comedy in every scene, right? Need. Okay, again, we want an ecchi story, right? Ecchi material needs to be linked to the story. Okay, and what I mean by this is that we're not gonna have ecchi for the sake of ecchi. The ecchi comes from the plot and not the character's plot. All right, that's 5 minutes, so we're just gonna end there. So that's our basic outline. Let's go to the planning stage. After thinking the idea over a little bit, it occurred to me that I don't really want to make a essentially like a hero, like a chosen one, or like he's the key or anything like that, right? So that's something that I'm starting just to dislike in every story I'm reading or seeing on TV or whatever. So what I want to do is make a supporting hero. Like the hero is just nothing but support. Yes, he's going to be integral. He's going to make choices that move the movie forward, but he's just a support character. So of course that means like he's not going to be anything special in the sense that he's magical or like basically anyone could have been this character as long as all the prerequisites were filled, right? So let's begin the ordinary world or the setup for the story. And again, we said it's scientist. He's a guy, and of course, this can be gender flipped. There's no reason for it not to be. But on my story, I'm just gonna make it the guy's scientist and the snake goddess is female, just because just why not, But of course, feel free if you ever want to take this story, gender flip it. 'Cause there's no reason not to. So let's do scientist. Scientist explores temple in jungle. Okay, so that's where the story begins. The story isn't beginning with the scientist graduating from his PhD ceremony or whatever. He's already out, in the jungle exploring. And let's make it where he's trying to find a rare snake. So that kind of tells you what his degree is in. So he observes, explores. The temple is obviously old. Old and empty. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so that's the setup. The call to adventure, the inciting incident. Let's say he breaks something. A statue. Containing three snake goddess. A statue containing three. Well, let's say he doesn't know that, right? So he breaks a statue that looked really important. Okay. And how does he break it? Let's say like he tripped over, right? So he trips and fall. No, let's do trips and falls unconscious in the accident. And now he wakes up surrounded by snakes. Okay. So, the refusal of the call. A snake goddess appears. Tries to hypnotize. I guess that's something we can do. Sorry, I spelled that wrong. Tries to hypnotize, protect. He wants to run away. Okay, so what skill does he have? This like a common trope is like the main character doesn't fall for the obvious allure of a woman, right? Like either he's too shy, he's too, or maybe he just respects women too much that he can't be a perv, right? So that's a common ecchi trope. So let's see, he runs away, wants to run away. What else? Uh, Once again, gets hit in the head with a falling stone, falls unconscious. Okay, so let me see. Saved by circumstance. Circumstance. So it could have ended right there, right? But he was saved by. You can say something that's convenient, but let's just say let's just say Well, again, that kind of goes with the whole comedy aspect of this. Okay, so let's see. What else? Refuse to call. So I guess I'm setting up the whole situation, like beat for beat, right? So let's do a village lady appears and takes him home. And the lady wakes up, protag asks why he released snake goddess. Yes, there's more than one, right? So we're gonna do like 3 snake goddesses. While thinking about this, I was like, okay, so let's do 3 snake goddesses. Maybe we can do like a really young one, middle aged and older snake goddess, or at least chronologically one's older than the others, and we're gonna make the young one be the good one who betrays them, right? So, so have we established that yet? No, we don't. We don't need to establish that yet. Let's see. Okay, so I guess the so this lady. Okay, so I'm guess I'm gonna make her kind of like the protector of this area. And again, we'll just reveal that the one day she she was gone, this happened, right? So it's just bad luck. So reveals the lady reveals legend slash history of the area. They have to stop snake goddess. But here's the thing: no actual evidence. So like the main character didn't see anything, right? Let's just make it kind of sound like that, or no actual evidence, or thinks he just hallucinated. Okay, because this guy's a man of science, right? We can go with that. That like being stubborn in that. What else? So just protag just goes back home. All right. I guess you can say the lady is gonna be the mentor, but right now it's just the character. We don't know if she's gonna be the mentor yet. So let's do meeting the mentor. So let's do protag now is at home, trying to forget everything. Maybe talks about how he lost his funding because no results were given. And you can say the lady knocks on his door. And let's do like a timestamp here. 2 months later. Okay. Oh, I forgot. So let's also sign. Oops, not sings. Signs, omens have emerged. Crossing the threshold. So this is again the point of no return. This is where like the our protagonist cannot deny the facts, even though he wants to. Let's do people are dying. Let's make it a little bit more specific. His boss has been killed by a snake. Coincidence. Coincidence. Maybe, right? and I guess the youngest snake goddess appears. This kind of goes to the like the next step, but and proves everything is real. So like again, like there's no point of return. This character has now just witnessed the magical, so his world has now been changed forever, and he has to accept that. Okay, so new friends. So this is the test allies and enemies. I in parentheses I say bring back previous characters. So we have any like characters that we, well, at least I did, neglected to mention it because again this is just a draft, a first draft. Um, if we had characters in the beginning, this is where we bring them back because we don't want like one-off characters. We want them used. So no wasted aspects of this part, right? So new friends, obviously, um, the younger snake goddess appears. Sorry, I spelled that wrong. Asked to help. What else? What else? What else? The village lady. And I do apologize if me saying lady is like offensive to anything. Like I come me saying that kind of like, hey, listen, lady, kind of idea. But I do apologize. So the village lady brings in other characters that she knows that might help. Let's do like new abilities. Do we have anything? Use snake info. So use scientific snake. So this is where the character when I meant like our hero is gonna be like a supporting hero. So he uses his scientific snake info to fight the snake goddesses because of course yes they're gods, but I'm gonna have him be bound by the same rules as a snake, and so he has to merge his scientific knowledge with new magic knowledge. So let's have him learn rituals to capture snakes. So conflict. What can we do? Like how are our new friends, and how will their new abilities be tested? Right. What enemies are going to be brought here? So this is when we are really introduced to um introduce the snake goddesses as a threat. So here we're gonna show like what are they capable of, and I guess save people from snakes. I guess I'm sure you can find some edgy parts in that. And let's do fight snake monsters slash goons. I guess, and also try to locate the snake gods. Okay. All right, that sounds fine. Okay, approach the innermost cave. First attempt to fix the conflict. Okay. Okay, this will be tricky. Protag has to go back to temple, perform, god damn it, ritual to recapture. So he has to learn this. In order to stop this, this is the thing he has to learn, right? Reveal that. Reveal. What can we reveal? Something new that we didn't know has to come up. Let's say the village lady is special. I guess reveal that she is a lot older than originally thought. Maybe she is magical. And by doing so, once it's revealed, man, is this a good idea? Let's do snake goddess or snake gods. I'm just gonna shorten it. Snake gods, the bad ones. Take her away. Take the lady away. We don't know. We don't know why yet. They just take her away. Okay, the central to your lowest point failed. Okay, so of course this is where they fail. Yeah, so in the first part they fail, but in the second part they manage something. Something is overcome. At least this is how I write it. Let's do group. Why do I always spell this wrong? Tries. I don't know if that's cool or not, but we'll have it. Let's do protag learns the overall plan of the gods, of the snake gods. So that's something he and young snake god steals the energy back, and uses it for her. Do I want her to be actually bad? I don't know. I don't know. That might be like cynical of me. You know, it's like, hey, let's make the young one evil the entire time, right? No, we'll keep her good. What else can we do here? And this is the part where we defeat the middle snake god, I guess. So we're close, right? And by defeating her, we learn something, right? Like, hey, we learned that it is the whole point of this journey is achievable, right? So young, yeah, young. And I guess again in the setup we can make where the young snake god has fallen in love with the protagonist, or there's some type of emotion occurring through. Okay, so I'm gonna make it where the young snake god acquires more power through another source, and I'm gonna say love, right? And then protag devises, uh, thinks up another plan to counter God's plan. Oh, I hope I didn't offend anyone there. Snake God plan. The road back. This is like the obvious part. What else? Resurrection. Yeah, he grows some balls here. Because of the village woman. So it's not like, oh, he learns to be more assertive, all that because of the through help through the other woman. Stops the snake goddess from taking over the world, obviously, and kills Snake. Okay, so the resurrection scene. So this is where our protagonist changes, emotionally, psychologically, also maybe physically. But again, I want to make sure he's a support here. Like he's not like releasing some energy from himself. He's gonna getting confidence by not being scared. He's gonna be able to unlock a component in his plan that assists the youngest snake god from stopping the oldest snake god. And by killing the oldest one, or by helping the youngest one kill the older one, of course, the world is saved, and we probably get some more exposition of why she did what she did, right? And return with the elixir, fix the original problem. And okay, so this has to tie back with the original problem from the original from the I'm sorry from the start of the story. What did we have? Scientist explores temple and jungle, trying to find a rare snake. Observers explores the temple. I guess since this is more like a slice of life or ecchi story, the original problem would probably be more about the actual main character's like personality. Like maybe he was too shy, he was too whatever, but now he's become more assertive. And so let's do protag and snake god lady become a couple. The village lady becomes an actual mystical. I don't know. Okay, so no, this is dumb. Village lady becomes free from her obligation and can live her life. Because the village lady was a guardian, and if you have nothing to guard anymore, you can live your life, right? Okay, so this is our first draft. I'm not liking it, but that's the whole point of our first draft, right? We have the skeleton done, and now again, as you can see, there's nothing really specific, but that's fine. We have the beats down. Like this has to happen, this has to happen, this has to happen in this order, right? And so now, whatever the author wants from me or you, if you want to take the story, you can fill in the blanks of like how this occurred, like by putting your own notes into it, right? So yeah, I guess this is good enough. I would say this needs to be reworked a couple more times. Mainly because I want like a full circle story, right? So the protagonist and the snake god become a couple. Village lady becomes free, and again, this the whole point because did I say it was okay? So I forgot. This has to be not only ecchi, supernatural, but it should be romance as well. If the way I'm seeing the story, the romance has to be a genre. Okay, so that's done. Let's on the next video you'll see me write the first chapter script. All right, thanks guys. Thank you everyone for taking your time to watch this video. Just subscribe, comment, and start writing your story. All right, bye-bye.